Hey, what's up? I'm Candace.
And I'm Stephanie.
And you're
at home with the Hockadays.
Welcome to the
1%
Collective.
Today we wanted to tell you guys a little bit about how we started on our conscious journey and how we came to be the 1% Collective. So we have some notes here. So if you see us looking. And I want to say that we are a little nervous. This is our very first video, but we are so excited. This has been like a dream for such a long time. And so, yeah, I just want to say that. So I started on my journey about summer 2016. I was exposed to this awesome book called 3 Feet from Gold. And if you know me, you know that I read that book because I'm obsessed. And after I read that book, I was just so inspired to learn more about consciousness, about power of positive thinking, meditation, mindfulness. And so I just read every book I could find. I checked out every book I could from the library. I started watching documentaries and doing workbooks and just really seeking out those resources because I didn't know anything about the conscious journey before that point. And I was so excited because for years I had been really struggling with my mental health and just feeling like I was crazy, essentially, you know, like I was different from everybody and there was something wrong with me. Because I don't know, I just didn't feel like this sense of like inner peace, inner joy, like knowingness. It was just like, what is life? I don't understand anything that's going on and it hurts and I'm confused and I don't know what I'm supposed to do in life and why I'm here. But I really am, I've come so far from that point, obviously. But so I sought out as many resources as I could and I just kind of did it by myself for a long time. And I found these really inspiring, powerful women online, and that was when everything kind of blew up for me. So I found people like Ellen Fisher and Elise Parker was who really changed my life because she had gone to the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. And so she was talking all about just being a whole healthy human being and healing from so many things. And I was like, I want that. That is what I want. That is so cool. Like, I need that in my life. If she has that, there is a way. Like, and she preached that all the time. And so it was like, okay, I'm gonna go to IIN. I'm gonna see what this is about. And it changed everything. Like, there was nothing that I couldn't be conscious of at that point. Whether it was like the food that our society says is food, whether it was like mindfulness, my mindset, relationships. So anything that is lifestyle related, it was like, oh my gosh, everything I knew felt like kind of a lie. But it was a good thing. It was like, okay, this is really hurtful and painful because everything I knew is not what I truly believe now and know now. But it was like, okay, I am doing this. This is so cool. Like, wow. And so, I wrote down that like I became conscious of everything I consumed, everything. And it really brought me like this abundance of light and joy and peace, inner peace, because I was so self-fulfilled by being aware of every aspect of my life and practicing intentional like living, you know. So
I imagine that's really hard though too.
Yeah.
Being that woke.
Yeah, and you're like,
everything
I don't
around you is
know.
like
yeah, and so many people, you know, don't choose the conscious journey, and so then
Hence
you're
the
surrounded by
1%
people.
collective.
Yeah, and then you're surrounded by people who you're like, okay, I care about these people, but I don't know how to be around you because it's just different. You see the world in like a different way.
Intoxicating versus like just a casual hangout. It's now like
Toxic, not
you're like
intoxicating. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
it feels
yeah.
like
Yeah, like it's just strange.
Mhm.
And you just are like, okay, I just don't relate. You know, like even little things that people say, just little energy things, you start to be like, no, I don't agree, you know, like, or you feel taken aback, like, what? No,
or
like,
you feel like
this,
you
that's
feel like
not
you have to give your
necessary.
opinion.
Yeah. Or like you want, yeah, we talk about, which is kind of where we're going right now, which is into her journey. And so often, like when we are enlightened and we are the one person on the journey, then we want to inspire all these people around us, everybody around us. We're like, you see what I got? I want you to have that. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And the truth is, they don't want that until they want that. And that's their choice. And there's two types of people in the world: people who choose the conscious journey and those who don't. And there's no judgment either way. You know, it's just a choice you have to make. And everybody chooses at different points in their life where, you know, you don't make the conscious choice, so then you just stay on that journey. But yeah, you can't really like enlighten people who are not ready to be enlightened, because you're not helping them. It's like you're hurting them almost. To an extent, you're helping them because you're enlightening them, right? Like I was able to enlighten you in ways, but it made things also hard because it was like, okay, whatever. But I think that's just a dynamic thing of like any person on the conscious journey versus a person who's not yet on the conscious journey. You know, no matter what it is, it's just kind of like this, I don't know.
It's hard when you really care about somebody,
Yeah.
and you're enlightened, or, you know, you're woke, or you're feeling like you really know things that could change their life for the better. It's really, 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 really hard to just not try to, you know, be that voice of reason or whatever that they need. You know, that you feel like
you
they
feel like
need.
you're the helping hand. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I have the key for you, but they're like, that's, even though it's the key for them, that's not their key. They have to pick up their key to their door, you know.
So finding the right ways to,
yeah,
you know, give information is, it's something that I'm definitely still learning, but
yeah. And obviously I said, like, I try to kind of enlighten you in ways that weren't helping, so like goes into your journey.
Yeah.
Telling everybody kind of
where
you came from. Yeah.
Okay. So my journey, I actually want to say that it started with you, Stephanie, Michelle Hockaday. You, so before I was even ready at all to be woke, you were on your own journey, and you were, and just you being on your journey and being with you, you know, every day, for all that period of time before I started, like I had no choice but to, you know, wake up. I had no choice but to feel the things that I was doing that weren't healthy and wrong. Like I had to, you know, I wasn't aware. I didn't know any better. I was just, here I am, here I go, you know, here I do, like, this feels all right. Oh, that sucks. And it's like a vicious cycle.
We just accept what comes.
Yeah, it was just a vicious cycle all the time. And there was always something, you know, something going on. And it was because, you know, I was not self-aware, and I had no boundaries. And I just wasn't giving to myself. And so, you know, you being on your journey and really like asking me questions sometimes, or just telling me about myself and things I was doing, I literally was hardcore, you guys, like, fuck that, fuck you, you know, like it was nasty. It was nasty. My heart, my feelings, my ego, my pride, my everything. It hurt, okay? It did not feel good. And being in a relationship, you know, and having to hear that from your partner, even though it's the best for you, it doesn't, it just comes across in a way that feels, it's just really hard to take it. Okay. So, back here to the conscious journey. So again, thank you for your help to get me where I am today. But yeah, so she kind of, you know, pushed me in the right direction, and then it was up to me, you know, it's up to all of us as individuals to, you know, to choose. Like, if you don't make the choice, it's not going to happen for you. You know, nobody can want it for you 150%. And then you know, here you are like, yeah, sure.
Right.
I'm going to go over
you
here.
Can't ride on other people's wave. It really doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like
so we moved to Kansas City, and I'm used to having all my friends and my family and, you know, everything was here in Columbia. And so when we moved to Kansas City, I literally know like nobody. I have a couple of family members and, you know, her family, but nobody. So, and then COVID happened, and it was just like, it was like isolation.
Like 6 months after we moved.
It was like complete isolation. And, you know, being a musician and just, you know, taking on like the conscious journey and this isolation and really like figuring out who I am as a person over the noise of others. Seriously, guys, the noise of others. Like if you're a people pleaser, if you're like myself and like I have been for a long time, that I am no longer, because I am aware. Then yeah, the noise of others, just be careful of that, you know, because we all need to mean what we say, know how we feel, understand how we feel, what we mean. And, you know, whether somebody likes it or not, like, you know, that's not your business, guys. And that's something that I'm literally like learning so much is nothing's my business. Oh my God, I love to make everything my business. Oh man, everything's my business. But it's not. It's not my business. I'm my business. And so, you know, that self-isolation, and, you know, she was the only one working at the time. So I was alone, you know, a lot. I didn't have a choice but to be by myself. And that was the first time in my entire life, I'm 35 years old, guys, in my entire life that I'd ever truly been alone. Yeah. And that really changed my life, especially getting into, you know, her asking me the right questions, her making me think about things that, you know, I literally just, I don't know, I would have never thought on my own, you know. And if you're not picking up the right books, like she said, if you're not, you know, grabbing that right material to get your hands on the things that open your eyes and your heart and your mind and your soul, everything, you know, your body, what you're eating, everything, things that are opening you up, like that is the key, guys. That is gold right there.
Resources.
So, yes,
there are resources. You just have to want them. Yeah.
But I get sidetracked sometimes.
You're just talking about like where you started with being isolated and really spending time alone for the first time and not having the noise of others to affect you.
And you asking me the right questions to get me there. And so yeah, the beginning of my journey was really just like, you know, choosing to open my eyes and my heart and my ears and to be present in the moment, to the goodness that I had all around me, the gifts that were around me and the knowledge, you know, that was, I mean, so luckily, like I'm married to a health and mindset coach, you know, like that's pretty cool. So, yeah, lucky me.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I guess that's pretty much your journey. So I want to ask you a question then, I guess. I wrote a question. Okay, so what is the biggest lesson that you've learned thus far on your conscious journey? That's a big question.
That's a big question.
Or not even the biggest, just one really like valuable thing that you're grateful to have learned thus far.
So I think that it's something that I'm still so far from mastering, but I'm now conscious about. And that is learning when to just listen versus give advice. Like we were saying earlier, like I'm the type of person that I love to give my 2 cents if I feel like it will help you, because I'm that like flighty person that wants to swoop in and save everybody. It's like, that's not how it works. So I'm learning when to just, hold my tongue and just kind of be present and be a good ear for people, and know that we can't just, say our way out of something. It doesn't just happen like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. And what I would say is probably just always seek inward. Like, no matter what, if something happens in the day that you're not happy about, if somebody does something or says something, or I don't know, even if there's just like a strange energy in the air, people in traffic, you have to go to work and you don't want to, like anything, it's just like seek inward, because you'll find so much peace there, and you start to find so much joy there, and comfort and healing. And yeah, I just think that's like the most valuable thing probably that I've learned this far.
Once you realize that the only person that you need in this world is you to make you happy and successful, and all the things that you need are literally just like, it's right here. And what a beautiful feeling to know the truth, man.
And fun fact I will tell you from IIN, is that joy is not an emotion. It is something that comes from within. So if you want true joy, like, stop looking elsewhere and start getting real with yourself, because like I said already, it's really painful sometimes. It's really confusing sometimes. It's angering. It's frustrating. It's so many things on the spectrum, but it's also so incredible. It is like the most exhilarating high of your life when you come to like a moment of clarity that you've never had before, that literally changes everything that you look at. Like, oh my God, like sometimes I just feel that way, like, oh my God, like I cannot believe that I'm here today. I can't believe that I know what I know today. Like, and that's coming from when I was a teenager, when I was in college. Like, there was nothing, like I felt like I was not a life force. I was like, why am I this soul that exists in this body? That's literally how I felt. Why do I exist on this planet? Because I'm just a soul, and my soul does not relate to what's going on here. And now it's just like, wow, it's so cool. So
or you're just like trying to relate so hard, but you're just like so disconnected.
Yeah,
and
you
it
don't...
seems like everything's like everything you try to do, it hits you back in a way that you're just like, what? Like, because you're totally not conscious at all. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's so crazy. But so that's kind of how we got here to the 1% Collective, which is so exciting. We're going to finish this video up because it's getting a little long, but this has been my dream for, truthfully, my whole life. Like, this is, I feel like, what I was meant to do, so, but I wanted to record videos and share them for probably 5+ years now. The past 2 years, I've really been excited to share these messages and just be like in this community of like conscious, healthy people. And being conscious and healthy is not like this supreme all whatever, like it's not like that, to me it's like I said, you're either on the conscious journey or you're not, and either way that's fine. It's like anything, you're gonna relate to something or you're not. And so if you're conscious of things in life, you may relate to certain things that we share, and maybe it'll open you up to new things. And if you're not, that's okay. Maybe this will inspire you, or maybe you don't relate, and that's fine. But it's not like one's better than the other. And just because you've been on the journey for 20 years or 1 year, it doesn't matter, because it's a journey. It's your like whole life forever. Yeah. And students I'm proud forever, of you, guys. Whoever is on the conscious journey, I'm so proud of you. Like, you are part of the 1% who is really out here doing it. And it's not easy, but it is such a miracle and a blessing. And so we just want to be a community to share information, share our journey, share lifestyle stuff, all kinds of just healthy, whole being, healing, positive things.
Yeah.
That's
And this is something that we're gonna get on the horse. We're gonna fall off the horse. We're gonna get back on the horse.
yeah. You're
And,
always on
yeah,
the conscious journey. It's not a
Yeah.
linear thing. It's very non-linear. It's just life.
And some days are better than others.
Yep.
Some days things you just feel so connected and things hit you differently.
Enlightened and
And
powerful.
it feels like, some days you literally feel like you just have this knowledge that you do not have every day. Like it's just there.
And
it's,
some days you
there's
literally
no question
feel
to
like
it.
this.
You're just like, and some days the force against you is just so hard. But I think I want to say personally that the longer, not that I've been on this journey a long time, but the longer I have been on it, I feel like the more fulfilled and happy and the less those bad days happen. I guess, so.
And the life force is not fighting you. What I always say, you know, like you are fighting yourself in those moments. Actually, your higher self, just because like we're so used to being these patterns that some days our lower energy vibration self does come in. That's life. But it's about being like, okay, I don't want to feel that way tomorrow. I'm gonna bring my higher self back tomorrow, like, and not riding things. Really intentionally pursuing happiness and peace and joy, and is not going to be the best day of your life every day, but it's not going to be the worst day of your life every day.
Yeah.
So show up even when you don't want to, even when you're scared, even when you are exhausted, whether it be mentally, emotionally, physically,
And
just
try
show
to
up
find,
for yourself.
Try to find truth. Try to find peace in the truth,
Seek the truth
of the situation, not, the emotion behind the truth. Because that is tough, guys. That's really
Separate
hard.
emotion from fact.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, so that is all we have for today. Thank you for watching our very first video, and we cannot wait to share more videos with you guys. Have a great day. Bye.